Yes, YouTube, welcome back to another straight to the point guide here on Firebase Z Zombies, and today we do have how to get the Rai K-84 Wonder Weapon, how to craft it for free, where all the parts are and everything like that. Now the first step is to turn on the power, as with anything on zombies. That is the first step towards doing anything, the Easter egg, the Rai K, you know. We've got a guide on the channel already how to turn on the power. You can see it very briefly here in this video, but if you want to see a more in-depth guide and explanation, make sure you check out the last video that's up on the channel. But now getting into the parts for the Rai K, the first one is the blueprint. Now we go through the gate on the right hand side of the crash site, run straight through into the weapons lab. And as you can see, next to that computer, there is a workbench with the blueprint for the Rai K on it. And we pick that up. That is the first part. Major carver, there's gas that we found there. We get an audio cue here from Ravenov saying that the weapon is a guy called Kuhlklay. It belongs to him. So we're going to need something off his body. So it got me thinking, let's have a look around the map for some bodies, see if we can pick anything up. And sure enough, I'll come over to the Scorched Defense area, which is just outside where Dr. Peck is sat, in the Staminop building. It's in the little tower defense area, looking around for the bodies. As you can see, we are Easter egg hunting. This was our second playthrough on the map, and I do find Dimitri Kuhlklay, and it says press X to retrieve his eye. A nice little cutscene here. I'm not sure what this looks like to other players and whether zombies can hit you while you're doing this, because obviously, like, I can't move right now. I'm doing a little cutscene. Paddy's just training the zombie round, but we do end up picking up Kuhlklay's eye. It's a bit misleading, the menu, because it says that there's only 4 parts that you need for the Rai K, but actually there's about 6 in total. But we've picked up the Kuhlklay's eyeball, as you can see there, and that leads us on to the next step. Now, we've got to use the eyeball to collect a locker key. We go back to where the workbench, where we got the blueprint, was in the weapons lab. Slap the eyeball on the retina scanner. It turns on that computer, which I got a bit sidetracked looking at, but we'll come back to the computer later. What the retina scanner actually did was open that drawer in the desk, as you can see there very quickly. It opened the drawer and we picked up a locker key. Now, you've got to use the locker key to open lockers in the barracks area, which is straight on from the crash site when you come out of the teleporter. Now, there are 2 barracks here. Paddy's already been through one and opened up all the lockers, and as you can see, it spawned a mimic. I'm in the other barrack here, and as I open up these lockers, it will spawn another mimic, and you've just got to kill both mimics, and you'll see what happens once we do that. You can probably hear the audio cue of the mimic spawning in once I've opened all the lockers. And you can see, once we do take down this second mimic here, after it finishes nyamming me face off, it does drop the barrel assembly part of the Rai K-84, and then that is the next part. So moving on to the next step, which is the computer and the dartboard. Now, there's a pie chart looking thing on this computer. When you interact with it, it moves around in a circle. It actually represents a dartboard. As you can see, it will stop on 3 locations, and you need to remember those segments of the dartboard. You'll see there, I paused it at the start, and we're going to pause it again once we do get to this next step. You can see there, that is going to be number 15 on the dartboard. The first one was number 10, and we do end up with number 3. You can actually tell from the opacity of the cursor as it's moving around the circle. As it goes round, it goes white, black, white, black. So you can tell like which number it's landed on, do you know what I mean, from the opacity. And just remembering, you know, the dartboard. You can see me there. I clocked the dartboard for the first time because we are just looking around the map, you know, Easter egg hunting. We didn't go online for any of this, or the majority of it at least. Now what you need to do is shoot the 3 segments on the dartboard that you did get. I had number 10, number 15, and number 3. And you also need to shoot the bullseye. That was at the step that we missed a lot of the time. You know, after a lot of trial and error and a bit of help from our friend Google, we found that you need to shoot the middle of the dartboard as well to get this next part. Like I say, though, we did do this Easter egg probably about 95% ourselves, the Rai K Easter egg, and also the regular Easter egg, which you'll see in the next video. Now, the next part is the energy cell, which you get from killing a mangler by shooting his arm. As you can see there, his arm blew up and dropped the uncharged power cell. Now you need to charge the power cell up, and then that is your last part of the Rai K. Manglers will spawn in on about round 15, but there is an earlier way to get this power cell, which I will cover in another video, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. Subscribe with notifications on. Now, to charge up the power cell, you bring it to the computer in the weapons lab, slap it on there, and you don't do anything special. You just kill the zombies and wait around. As you've seen, we put it on there round 18. End of round 19, we get or the start of round 19, sorry, we get the charged power cell, and that is it complete, boys. We bring it to the workbench and we can craft our weapon, and as you can see, we pick up the Rai K-84 prototype weapon. Look at that, it looks crazy. It looks sick, to be honest. Like, it really is a fun weapon to use. It performs exactly like an AK-47, which makes sense because of the name of it. You know, it looks like an AK, it sounds like one, and it's got the same recoil pattern. But yeah, man, like this weapon is so sick, and this map in general is so fun to play. We've been hammering it the last few days, me and Paddy, trying to find hidden Easter eggs and all stuff like that. And yeah, man, like, just shout out to Treyarch, because this map is so sick. But hopefully you did enjoy this guide and you did follow it. We try and get straight to the point with these guides. No like waffling, anything like that, like all of these other YouTubers do. We just try and get the information out there that you need to know. So if you did enjoy, make sure you hit subscribe and like the video. Turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And I'll catch us in the next one, boys, where we're going to go through the main Easter egg in Firebase Z Zombies. Take it easy.